Hello everybody and welcome back to Inspired by Babies. So yesterday I spoke a little bit about trades, and since I've been on the topic of trades, I wanted to do this little informative video to answer the question as to how much does it actually cost to create a reborn baby doll. I just thought that, to make it easier for people to understand why we as artists don't want to just hand off our reborn baby dolls for free. Now, when I'm going through this, keep in mind, this is not going to include the paints, because obviously I am able to use the paints that I purchase on more than one reborn baby doll. So I'm not going to sit here and try to calculate the exact price it would be for the amount of paint that I use, or the amount of paint thinner and the amount of varnish. But that stuff, all in all, does cost me money. But I'm not going to include the price of the amount of paint and paint thinner and varnish that I use. I can just tell you that to originally buy the paint sets and the varnish and all that is not cheap. I also go through paint brushes. I also go through E6000 for the glue, for the magnets. I use one disposable paintbrush every time I have to place a magnet. Every time I have to glue hair, I have to throw away the paintbrushes that I'm using. So I go through those, so that's another expense. But today, I'm just going to give you the basic cost of the actual materials that are used to be able to assemble a reborn baby doll. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to Bountiful Babies website. I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to add everything to my cart as if I was going to purchase it, and at the end I'll throw up some snapshots with the totals, and we'll add everything up to get one final total, so you'll be able to see just the cost of the materials for the reborn baby doll. Now, when I'm sending off a reborn baby doll, it's not only going home just as the doll. The doll is going home with a diaper on and an outfit. That outfit usually costs me anywhere from $15 to $25, depending on where I'm buying it and the brand of the clothing. I usually send one outfit home that the baby's wearing, and then I usually send 2 additional outfits. And now I'm also incorporating my own crochet outfits, which are around a $40 value. I also send home a bottle and a pacifier, which costs me at least $5. I also send home usually some other accessories like socks. Those can cost around $5. The baby goes home wrapped in a blanket. That blanket usually costs me at least $10 to $15 more if I actually crochet it. So just the clothing and the accessories and the blanket alone costs me around $100 out of pocket. So there's $100 already right there just for the stuff that goes home with my babies. So now let's go ahead and see how much it actually costs to get the things to make the baby. Now, when I purchased my Ashley Awake, it was actually over a year ago, and it was before, if you guys remember, a year and a half ago, before all this lawsuit started, unless Bountiful Baby was doing a big sale, like around the holidays or something, on average, their kits were costing $65. That doesn't include, or it was either $59.95 or it was $65. I can't remember exactly. I remember it was around $60 though. And then on top of that, it also costs money for them to ship, which is, I believe, right now it's $10, but it used to be $8. So at the end of putting this order in, I also need to remember to add in that $8 worth of shipping. There's also taxes too, but I'm not going to sit here and try to figure out what the tax is. I just want you to keep in mind that even if I'm getting the prices right now of what the materials are that I need to be able to make this doll, it is still not including the entire cost because it's not going to show you the shipping. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Bountiful Baby. Alright, here we are. And the first thing I'm going to look up is going to be the kit for an Ashley Awake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come through here. I'm going to add everything to the cart just as if I was purchasing it right now. So here is Ashley Awake. And she's out of stock right now, so I can't add it to my cart. I'm not going to be able to add Ashley to my cart because she's sold out right now. But as soon as I start searching for her, you can see already right there, Ashley Awake's price for just the kit is $55.95. Okay? So that's for the kit. Now everything else I should be able to add right to the cart. Okay, so here's the body that I use for my preemies that are basically 18 inches and up, 18 inches to 19 inches in that area. If it was a 17-inch baby, I would probably go down another body size, but either way, all the bodies are pretty much the same price. So here is the 19-inch body. And you can see there for the 19-inch gathered body, it is $15.95. So I'm going to add that to my cart. It comes with the zip ties, so I don't have to purchase extra zip ties for it. Ashley Awake needs two 30mm plugs and two 20mm plugs so that the beads don't fall out of her limbs and head. Actually, she needs three. All the plugs are pretty much the same, but she needs two 30mm plugs for her legs and one 30mm plug for her head, for her neck. And then she needs two 20mm plugs for her arms. And she needs one 35mm, but they don't have it in stock right now. But as you can see, all the rings are the same price. She needs one neck ring. Okay, so that pretty much covers the body and, you know, being able to assemble her. I also need angel silk to stuff her body with. And I'm going to need at least two to fill one baby, if not more. It's probably more like 3 because as you can see, you only get 4 ounces per pack unless you buy the bigger packages. But I'm going to do it this way because it's cheaper. So I need angel silk to stuff her with. I also need glass beads. As you can see, it is $2.49 a pound. And my babies always weigh 5 pounds and up. So to do this, no, I don't need five of them. Probably need about 3 pounds of them because the angel silk also adds some weight to the baby. So we'll just put 3. I also need knee highs, which I do purchase all of my knee highs from Bountiful Baby. As you can see, they're $1.99 a pair. I need at least 2 pairs because it takes me at least 3 knee highs to fill with glass beads in order to weigh my babies. I also need 2 large magnets for the mouth to add the pacifier. One magnet has to go inside the head and one magnet goes on the pacifier. And I believe from Bountiful Baby that is everything. Let's see here, magnets, knee highs, stuffing, the body, the kit, the plugs, the rings. So I typically purchase my eyes from McPherson's. So now we're going to go over to McPherson's. Ashley needs 18 millimeter eyes. I already have the eyes. So she can't say, oh, well, you know, you don't have to use the expensive ones. Well, yeah, I have to use the eyes. I have to use the eyes that I already purchased for her because I'm not going to go out and buy more eyes when I already paid for a pair of eyes for her. So this is the eyes that I got for her. 18 millimeter oval glass eyes, and you can see there that they are $15.99. Okay? And like I said, these prices do not include the shipping or the taxes. So to get this pair of eyes shipped to me from McPherson, well, I also order the hair. So let's go ahead and look at the hair. I also order my hair, the hair that I ordered for Ashley Awake, and the hair that I order pretty much for all of my babies is either the yearling or the alpaca from McPherson. So for Ashley, I ordered yearling. Okay, so here is the yearling. And as you can see here, so let's do like we did with the other thing and add this stuff to the cart so we can get somewhat of a total. As you can see here, for a 1/4 ounce, it is $20. Okay? So let me go ahead and add this to my cart, and I'll add the 18 millimeter eyes to my cart. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've added the yearling and I've added the 18 millimeter eyes, and that brings me to a total before taxes and before shipping to $35.99, and it's going to be $8.95 for them to ship it to me. I just know because that's how much it always costs me pretty much no matter what I order from them. I get charged $8.95 for the shipping. So that is that. Now, like I said, that is just basically the basic things you need to be able to paint and assemble a doll. And this doesn't include the paints or any of the stuff that's included in my box opening. So I'm going to go ahead and get you guys a grand total of how much it costs just for me to make the doll and assemble the doll. And I'll be right back. Okay, so we have one Ashley Awake kit. We have whatever supplies I'm able to purchase at Bountiful Baby. And then I had to go to McPherson for the eyes and hair. And here is the final total just for the materials, not counting the paint, not counting the glue or anything like that, just the basic materials to make a Reborn baby doll. It also doesn't count my time and effort, which is about a week of my time and effort to paint and root a baby. And it also doesn't include the actual completed artwork itself. This price includes all of the parts that goes to the baby. It includes the shipping that it costs me to have it shipped from McPherson and from Bountiful Baby. And it includes the shipping that it costs me to ship the baby off to the customer. And I've also included $50 for the clothing and accessories that I send with the baby, and $50 is a very low estimate because I know I spend more than that between the blanket and the clothing and everything else that I send with the baby. Now, if I was to purchase a limited edition kit such as this Lucia, it would cost me even more to make a doll and ship it to a customer. The McPherson kits alone are over $100 alone. Once again, as I said, that doesn't include the finished piece of artwork. Okay, when it's completed, it's painted, it's rooted, it's now gone from a blank kit and materials to a completed work of art. So you tell me now, how much is the actual artwork itself worth? That's got to be worth at least $100, $200, $300 just for the completed artwork in itself and the time and the effort that went into making the Reborn baby doll. So in the end, when I'm doing trades or any of that kind of thing, I have to think to myself if whatever is being sent to me is actually worth this amount of money. Now, to me, a box of clothing that's only worth $23 or that I can't use on my own babies or send with box openings, to me, that does not make it a worth it trade to me. So when people are thinking about trades and they're trading something for a doll that's not actually another doll, they have to really think about if what they're giving is worth this kind of money. Because if it's not, then chances are someone's not going to want to do a trade for you for a Reborn baby doll. And this is also the other reason, as I've said before, this is why artists do not just constantly freely do trades or freely just hand away Reborn baby dolls without getting anything in return. It's just too much money, and this money is coming out of our own pocket. Okay, so I hope that through watching this video, everybody's able to understand a little bit more as to what's actually going into making these Reborn baby dolls. And like I said, this is just a rough estimate because I didn't include taxes. I didn't include some of the other smaller basic things like the paintbrushes that I have to use and throw away and the glue that I use and everything else. That stuff all adds up. So anyway, I think that's going to be all for today. I hope that by the time you've watched this entire video, you have a better understanding as to why artists do not want to just continuously give away free Reborn baby dolls, or why when they're doing a trade, they want to make sure that what they're getting in return for that Reborn baby doll is actually going to be worth it. So if you like this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.